What's up guys? For today's video we're going to be playing some Whitebeard for OPO3. This is the list I've been messing around with. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I know it looks awkward because we got a lot of 3-ofs. We got 3 of the 5 cost Rush Luffy, 3 Marco, 3 Buggy, 3 Marco, and I know people are probably thinking like, oh, you know, you gotta play 4 of this, and you gotta play 4 of this as well. I don't agree. I think that this deck works perfectly fine, at least from my playstyle. I think drawing Marco targets, like on Buggy or Izos or Makinos even, so good to keep your own Marcos alive and keeping this Luffy alive. Also making them use a Fire Fist early on a Izo Makino or Buggy Makino is very good. So I think it's great. I think maybe I'll bump Ace up, put Buggy down to 2, put this up to 3. Maybe even turn this down to 2. I don't know. That sounds crazy, I know, but I don't know. Kind of want to just see how that goes. But for right now, the deck is working perfect as is. I was running some test games earlier, and I actually had a dude like kind of whine about this deck. So I think we're on the right track for a good list for Whitebeard. Weirdly enough, I haven't seen very many OPO3 lists, or if I have, they're like very different. They seem to be leaning more towards control, but we are gonna see an influx of Lucci, and we got a lot of unkillable blockers in that deck, right? We got Borsalino and Fukuda, and that's kind of what the deck needed, was like good blockers that cannot be KO'd by effects. And now it's got 2. So I don't really put heavy emphasis on removal in this deck. Maybe in Zoro, because Zoro wants to control the board, so then you have to use your leader in order to swing into their smaller units and get max value out of it, right? So yeah, I think removal is very important in that deck, but I don't think it's as important in this deck because your leader is 6k. So if you aren't using your leader to swing into their leader, like that's it's kind of an L. So you want to make sure that you have Luffy's, you want to make sure you have your Aces, you want to make sure you have your Marcos, just to apply a lot of pressure on them, right? Nami, we'll go second. Kind of want to keep this hand, just because Atmos would be good, but they might play Breakfast. And this is actually just a way better hand. We'll play the Izo first, grab the 9 cost, thank goodness. As always do the Izo first. You do not want to bottom deck your 9 costs early. Or if you do, you want to at least have 1 in hand, right? So let's see, what can you do? If he goes 8 here, I'll take that. This deck is so funny. We'll play that, and then we'll bottom deck 2 of our guard points. That's good. You know, I think we're just gonna apply that pressure early, like I was talking about. So go 5 there. Make him want to swing into this. Most likely won't though, right? Because I have another one. But we'll see. Sometimes people make mistakes. Excuse me. Oh, I thought he loved beamed. I got so scared. I was like, oh, wow, that's interesting. And 6 at lead. Yeah, swinging base numbers against this deck is really good because look, that's a Gum Gum Gavel gone. That's 2 Gum Gum Gavels gone actually, and a Love Love Beam. So there's just a lot of stuff being thrown out early that I don't have to worry about later as the game progresses. So only 2 more Gavels, 3 more Loves and 3 more Usopp's Rubber Bands of Doom. And with the way this deck progresses, I don't think that there's even gonna be that many like opportunities for them to go in. 6 into the buggy, sure. Honestly, here we're just gonna go 6 into lead, and I'm gonna KO this this Mihawk. I do not want them to have Mihawk. And they took that hit, meaning that they probably just countered out super early for almost no reason. We'll go ahead and play Otama, -2, and we'll go ahead and play Marco. Boom. Perfect. So I think next turn we'll go ahead and go 5-5. Right, so that'll be 2 done, that'll be 3 done. We'll have 3 left, so we can go 6-7. Sounds good. 6 at lead. Did I take a hit? No, because he... Oh, we don't need to start taking them now. We got Izo. Maybe we'll leave some Dawn to play Izo. Yeah, this is a hard decision. It definitely sucks when you're playing this deck and you have to play the Love. They didn't even get to draw one there, right? Yeah. Mighty unfortunate. Deathwing early? I don't think that this is how you play the deck. I think what we're looking for off the Fire Fist is gonna be another 2K. Or another Jozu. Yeah, this is really where the deck struggles. We already have 2 9-beards, we don't need that many more. Maybe they're protecting their life because they want to play out Mihawk. While that's a good card, I don't think that is really gonna put them back into the game from this position, because we're approaching our turn 10. We're gonna be able to play our 9-drop, and then we'll get to play another one after that. And then we do have multiple, counter in hand. 6 at buggy, sure. I really don't think there's anything to think about here. 6. Thank you for putting the counter back in my hand. You are the greatest human being ever. So 8, and he put more counter back in my hand. And you love to see it. You actually love to see it. Not if you're him. If you're Mito, yeah, you love to see it. Because now it doesn't matter if you start cycling cards. Because like I said, we got the 9-beard. So that's just going to be super tough. And that's going to be 6 at Marco, right? Maybe he's trying to go lead and forgot that I'm 8K, yeah. I don't understand this, because he knows I'm just going to drop the Izos here. At Marco. Screw it. Again, just putting more counter in my hand. go 8 here, because they have to have the capital. And then we'll go 10. Yeah, this is GG's from here. Play Zeph, bounce. What, Otama? I hope so. That would be very funny, but he's probably gonna bounce the Nami sister, Nojiko. Yeah. And then replay it, bounce my Otama. Yeah, there was too much for this person to have to deal with. 6 at leader, unfortunate. Because I am at 8. And now you're just trashing 2 cards for no reason. Not even to get counter out of my hand. Yep. Yeah, I think the key to this deck is, or in this matchup, is to maybe take the hits early, or maybe just with their hand specifically, take the hits early, right? Just because the way that they countered, it didn't reward them. They didn't get rewarded for it, right? They just played the Rubber Band of Doom and ended up milling a level up for no reason. It's kind of like waiting to search for cards, as opposed to just playing it as soon as you get it. So bounce the Cayenne and you drop it, right? Or you saw Rubber Band of Doom? Okay, well, you actually cannot counter out of this. It is just mathematically impossible. And even if all 2 of those were 2Ks, this is perfectly 15K, so... Actually, that's also mathematically impossible. All 4 of them would have to be 2Ks, and even then it would only be 13K. Rematch, let's go! I'm down. Chose to go first this time. We'll keep. Izo into Whitebeard Pirates is pretty clean. Okay, well, we didn't get Izo off the Whitebeard Pirates, but we did get Ninebeard. Arguably more important, right? Tap 3, play Sanji's Peel. Nice. We're just gonna go 6 here. Because if he bounces the Marco, I mean, like, boohoo, I have Marco back in hand, right? That's nice. We can, like, that's the nice part about playing against blues. You can play this early and then not get punished for it. Not as hard as, like, against red. That's why I like Atmos a lot. Just a huge pistol target. Like, why would you not, you know? Honestly, because... Okay, this sounds crazy. But because I play Fire Fist for the removal, what if I just replace this with Atmos? Is that crazy? It might be a little crazy. I don't think it's unwarranted though. This is because, like, I just killed the DOS Bones, but like, what the heck was DOS Bones gonna do to my 6K leader? You know, attaching 5 Dawn, sheesh, I might as well just take the hit there. But yeah. Played Zeph. trash 2 from the top because he doesn't have to bounce anything to do that. Interesting. Oh, we're just gonna play another Marco and then go 7 and 7 at lead. Okay, he overheated, didn't bounce anything. Not. Yeah, see, they're doing way better this time. I definitely think it's just because they didn't go absolutely ham on trying to mill cards. Also, I think DOS Bones is pretty important here. Maybe Buggy to search this? I don't think that's bad. 1 cost to search a 1 cost. I mean, this adds back your gavels, which are pretty important. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we're coming up on our turn 10 and we have a few options. We can play the 9-beard or we can play Ace and then Fire Fist the Zeph and the whatever. Probably DOS Bones. I don't really know what their turn's gonna be like here. I think Ace into Fire Fist is good. Well, not necessarily like great, but like not terrible because we do have double Marco up here. And we also have like a bunch of counter in hand. Yeah, screw it. Let's get rid of his board. Goodbye. Maybe getting rid of the Kaya is the better choice. Who knows? 6. Gavel? I don't think you gavel here. You definitely 2k. Gavel the Ace. I'm being a little greedy. Okay, very interesting. Trashed Overheat and Impel down All-Stars, that does not matter. We're going 6. Or we're going 7, and then we're gonna go 6. Trash Deathlink with a Gum Gum Gavel, trashed 2k, and it was October Band of Doom. Yeah, this is hard. Anytime blue doesn't have board established, tough game. Okay, that's fine. Now I just use this Marco for counter. And they can only attack with one thing, so like I could be super omega greedy and then just like not play 9-drop, but I think I actually have to next turn. Going to 0 life is going to be a little rough. And unfortunately they did kind of go crazy with their counter once again. So 10k at lead. That's good. And then maybe a Zeph afterwards to play the Kaya, or to bounce the Kaya to hand. And okay, so 6. They didn't play Zeph, so they obviously have counter in hand. Probably Deathwing can like love. They're very slowly running out of gas though. Oh, Desert Spada. Nice. This is love. Has to be. Or okay, that was the Deathwing. Nice. Don't attack for silly. There we go. Now this is a gavel, right? That would be so sick. Okay. Okay. that's at least 3 gavels, right? 1, 2, 3. That's all 4 gavels gone. Nice. That is fantastic news for us. Only problem is that they start setting up blockers. I don't think that's gonna happen, but definitely a possibility. NK at lead. Good thing we left a Dawn open. We were smart this time. Okay, well now it doesn't matter if they have blockers because we have Otama. So 6. That's got to draw out counter. Desert Spada put it on the bottom. Damn. Bad cards are bad cards, I guess, right? Didn't counter out of 7. Hopefully won't counter out of that. Okay. Now this is... Nah, this ain't a big gamble. This ain't a big gamble. It's 16k. He didn't counter out of 7 or 10. Alright, so overheat 11. 12. GG's. Oh, opponent left. Well, that's gonna be all for today's video. We got a nice match against Nami, and I think that honestly, despite the misplays from the first game, the second game was way better, and I definitely think we got to see a good showcase of this deck. I think it is better than people give it credit for. However, being an event heavy deck only really benefits Ace so far. But we'll see how this deck develops as the meta changes. You know, I just think that this is a tough matchup. You know, not necessarily that you lose it every time, but just something that you need to take a little bit more time to think about the specific cards, right? So, they always had the 2k for the Marco, which I think is good, but answering Ace immediately afterwards, you know, the 6, 7, 10, 16k is a tough thing to beat for sure. If they had the love, they definitely would have had it, right? Because they went up to 12 with the overheat, the Kaya, Nojiko, and they went up to 12 with all that, right? They play the love, draw 1, that goes up to 16, and then they just need 1 more. But unfortunately, they were not going to be able to beat me with 6. That's 3 2Ks. They might have. I only had 8k of counter. Yeah, so definitely a close match. But I did have 1 life left, so I would have had no life left. Yeah. So if this was a 2k, I mean, who knows? But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.